strings from the band and the orchestra 5th and 6th grade this year, because last year when we went to Lenape, believe it or not, we didn't have enough seats. So then I started thinking about it and I said, well, maybe it's a rite of passage. So these children will want to go to Lenape next year. Won't you want to go to Lenape next year? Yeah, okay, so you have to stay in that program to do that. Good, all right. Well, I want to thank you for coming this evening, because now you have twice as much fun. You're going to have the 4th grade strings, and you're also going to have the 4th graders Avenue of the Arts, and we have some art outside. Every child should have at least, they all have one art project out in the hallway that you can take a look at. Before we begin, I need to check on grandparents. Where are you, grandparents? Do we have oh, great, raise your hands high. Wow, thank you for coming. Now that I am one, I'm always looking out for you. I got to make sure we have enough seats for grandparents, because we're so happy to have you here. How about brothers and sisters that came to some? Yeah, great, Maddie. Oh, good. Yep. No, I'm talking about big ones that left and come back. Okay, thank you for supporting your brother, right? Sister. This is your brother. Yes. Okay. And 8. Okay. Supporting 8. Good to see you. Good to see you. Great to see you, Luke. Good to see you. Where are any more graduates? Oh, yes. Brad, I already said hello to you. Oh, and Reese, I saw Reese too. Good, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming back and supporting your little brothers and sisters. It's always good to have you back. So, and yes, okay. So I think we might be ready. Mrs. Hershaft has, we have to give a little caveat here, because Mrs. Hershaft usually does her performance the end of May. Now it's the end of April, so they've had 4 weeks less rehearsal. Now eliminate 4 weeks from February, where we decided to stay home and play in the snow for a month. So these children really are kind of 2 months. They've lost instruction that they will have subsequent to this, but you won't be coming back to see a performance. So think about that as they perform, and then clap twice as hard. Okay? All right. Without further ado, Mrs. Hershaft, our strings.
Thank you. Oh, it's been an amazing year, and yes, there's been a lot of snow. It seems like winter took forever to end, and I don't know about you, I'm very glad that it has, and it makes it even more exciting to have such wonderful weather for our concert tonight. And on the stage we have 4th grade strings only. This is new for us. As Mrs. Salveson said, we normally would be performing with the 5th and 6th graders, but we've decided to make it on our own. So we have some lovely selections for you this evening. We have 3 instrument groupings, okay? And I'd like to introduce them to you. If you play the violin, could you please stand up and show your little instrument out there? Very good, very good. Thank you, you may sit. Thank you. And now if you play the viola, let's have you guys show it off a little bit. There you go. The viola looks just like a violin, but it's a deeper, lower tone. And now my cello players can stand up. This is clearly a larger and lower instrument. Thank you. You guys can sit. And when you put these instruments together, we have a wonderful sounding orchestra for you tonight. But our first song, we're going to kind of divide it up a little bit. Each grouping's going to get a turn on a song called Hot Cross Buns. Our next selection is another little interesting story I'll tell you about this song. I always have to tell people this story. It's very important to me. And if you're my age, which is, it's getting up there, you'll relate to this pretty well. There's this song that we're going to play as a group together this time. And it's a fun song. And many young children today would know it from a show about a big purple dinosaur. Okay, named Barney. Okay, I'm not the Barney generation, so when I learned this song, it was called This Old Man. Okay, and I like that name better. And I think Barney stole it, personally. But we're going to play it nonetheless, because it is still a very fun song, and we hope that you'll enjoy it. Okay, our next selection, we have a few little numbers in between. I don't believe these are on the program. These little extra numbers that we wanted to throw in. Another little favorite called London Bridge. Some of my small groups, can the people who just performed London Bridge please stand so you can be acknowledged? Good job. Thank you. Have a seat. Our next selection is another little favorite, a little tidbit called Vera Jacques. And let's have our Vera Jacques performers stand up to be acknowledged. Very, very nice. Thank you. We have one more specialty song for you. Another little favorite called The Can Can. can, performers. Very nice work on the cello there, girls. Thank you. You may sit. Thank you so much for coming out. We have so much more show for you. We have one more wonderful tune performed for you by the whole entire group, and it's a favorite that we learn every year, Ode to Joy. One, two, three, four.